And welcome back to Flowers. It's the first volume. It's the one that takes place in spring. How you doing? We are back after I took about 3 or 4 days off from recording to enjoy the holidays. I hope you had some good holidays, if that's a thing that you do. Not that these videos are going up in anywhere close, I would imagine. I imagine it's probably going to be after New Year by the time this episode rolls around. But it seems to have given me enough time to get out of the head cold zone, sounding and feeling a lot better now. There's still a little bit hanging out in the old throat, but it's nothing major, and that's probably just got more to do with allergies than anything. But the last time we were together, things seem to be taking a turn toward the better. Everybody's sort of figuring out their relationships now. We're gonna try to let bygones be bygones with the terrible thing that Rika did to Suoh, and forcing her into a relationship to keep somebody else's sexuality a secret. And it seems that Mayuri herself is ready to move on and perhaps give chase to the one who has become a light on her path. We shall see, though. We've got this whole Festival of the Accompaniment to go, or Festival of the Assumption to go, though. Feast of the Assumption? It's been a while. Yeah, I have not played since the 22nd. It is now the 27th. All right, let's see if I remember how to read. Okay. Somebody said it's perfect. Rika, who's been watching the performance, says once the sound reverberates through the cathedral and fades. But are we gonna get to hear Mayuri sing, though? I mean, I have to imagine we're gonna have a big scene with Suoh getting over the piano demon, and it's gonna involve Mayuri singing, so... That's good, she says, and they smile at each other. I'm genuinely glad that my amitié partners have gone back to being friends. The night of the confession, they'd had to separate for a while, but I broke things off with Rika, and our relationship got a fresh start. Now it is back to how it was before. No, we're even closer now. Y'all are a hell of a lot more forgiving than I can be sometimes. I'm gonna give you all the credit for that. Though she now knows about the scars I bear, and about Mayuri's past, her attitude towards us is unchanged, and we are all even closer than before. There are not enough words to express my gratitude. Yeah, I have to imagine that all of this working out, despite the fact that I know that it would not work out for me, this is a big old weight lifted off of our girl Suoh's shoulders. So we are 3 days out now, getting down to the wire. I answer without really understanding. Mayuri smiles, says I'm terrible. My stomach grows heavy at the realization that the feast is in 3 days. Our preparation for club events are done, and we've also finished putting together the class Bible exhibition that had caused so much of a fuss. If I concentrate hard and put everything into playing this accompaniment, I can do it. But that's a good point. Gotta let her rest her voice. Okay, you can't go all in on practicing. You gotta save some for the day of. Mayuri scratches her head as if to say Rika's put her in place. Finally, someone with some leniency, says Komikado, who has been instructing other club members in a gentle voice.
根を詰めすぎても良くないわ。
She comes over to me, sitting at the piano, and lays a soft hand on my shoulder. My cheeks grow hot at the faint scent of orchids. It sounds to me... I feel like the author had a real good time coming up with like what each of these girls smells like. What flower or fruit does each girl smell like? I bet that has got to be in a game Bible somewhere where somebody was writing down notes. All right. Narine smells like orchids.
他人行儀の言い方だわ。スオさんはもう合唱部の一員なのよ。仲間を気遣うのは当たり前よ。
Yes, I answer, and she squeezes my shoulder.
明日はリハーサルだものね。程よく練習しましょう。
My heart grows even heavier at the word rehearsal. With the feast 3 days away, we have decided to do a practice run with the first year students who have free time as the audience. Yeah, I mean, the first time you put on any performance is gonna be rough. Even when I did theater stuff in high school, it was always like, yeah, okay, that first performance is always gonna be rough, so I hope you got like either no audience or at least an audience that knows that they're seeing a practice run. We were always lucky in this sense in that we always had like I think it was like, yeah, it would be like kids from the junior high would come to see our practice because the plays that I took part in as part of my theater run in high school, they always took place near the end of the year, so they could always just get kids out of class to do those. Although I am much less shy compared to before, when it comes to being in front of an audience, just thinking of playing the piano in front of my peers makes my blood grow cold. Yes, I know, but...
何か心配事かしら。いえ、大丈夫です。そうね。ずっと真摯な態度で練習に取り組んでいるの。
Does this look like a girl that is in any way worried about anything ever?
ほら、肩の力を抜いて。
Give her a shoulder massage. Give her a shoulder massage! Come on, do it! Melt this poor girl on this piano seat. She'll just be done. She'll just be a fucking puddle. It's it. It's over. She says with a smile as she rubs my tense shoulders. I feel bad that I'm making her my servant and somehow embarrassed. Yeah, if y'all were alone, this would be another different story. Rika is smiling and Mayuri is glaring at us with a furrowed brow. Yeah, she's not... Can absolutely see how she's not happy about that. Yeah, there you go. Get in there, girl. Lay claim. Mark your territory. Make your intentions known. This is Mayuri baring her fangs right now to kind of get Narine to BTFO. Back the fuck off. Although that one is typically used to be blown the fuck out. Which nobody has been blown the fuck out in this scene so far, so. Mayuri's words wash over her like water off a duck's back as she continues massaging me. Whatever do you mean? Oh yeah, but it's not. I don't know, it seems like a little more honest with how Mayuri is approaching it. Mayuri cocks her head at Rika. She got no clue what's going on. Mayuri's cheeks redden and she says she never said something so childish.
なくなったりしないね。
Do what?
まゆりさんの方がいな
Is
く
that
な
a
ってしまう
threat?
かもしれない
Is Kamikato making is Kamikato making veiled threats?
それはどういう
I turn to look at her. I cannot let this comment slide.
あら、スオさんには以前話したと思うけれど、ほら、あの八重垣さんという方とご一緒だった時のことよ。
With Yaegaki and Komikado, the three of us are not often together. I think back on it. Yeah, in the
教
library.
室で思い出したかしら。あの時、七不思議のことを話したでしょ。
Mm-hmm. When she says this, yeah, it was the shapeshifter, wasn't it? I remember being in the library at twilight, having a good time talking about the 7 mysteries with Yaegaki. I think there was one legend in particular we'd taken an interest
それっ
in.
て寄宿舎のシェイプシフター。
Yeah.
残念、違い
What?
ます。外れた罰としてラベ
It
ル
wasn't?
に処します。
I thought it was. I could have sworn it was the shapeshifter. I'm okay. I mean, you'll get a good petting, though. I mean, I guess you can't. I mean, you can't argue with that. She gently strokes my head and hair with her soft, delicate hands. It feels really good. You know, there's definitely worse things that can happen for getting a question wrong. I find myself unable to speak. I swear to Christ, I thought it was the shapeshifter. Oh boy, don't stop playing a visual novel. Don't stop playing a visual novel that's absolutely going to quiz you on stuff for like 5 days, or it's going to be a problem. Mayuri bristles with anger, but Rika stops her. I look down in embarrassment.
そう、スオさんの髪、サラサラで吸い込まれそうな黒髪で憧れるわ。
I mean, you got really, really nice hair yourself. I'm sure that, like, Suoh looking to get her hands, especially her little ghoul hand, all up in this. It looks like it'd be really nice. She laughs breezily and removes a hand and holds up a finger, saying, "The correct answer is..." I feel a bit disappointed when the pleasant feeling in my head disappears.
以前も話したけど、この学院の七不思議にはある統一性があるの。
確かさらわれるということですよね。
Yeah? She smiles at Mayuri, glad that someone other than me is getting involved in her story too.
そう。でもね、さらわれるにしても、各七不思議の会議には差異があるのよ。
さらっていくとき腕だけ残してとかですか？
Seems a little more morbid than they're going for.
怖いことを言わないで。
Rika is terrified, but Komikado is all smiles as she says no and wags a finger.
それはね、場所よ。
場所って
ええ、血まみれメアリーだけは例外的にさらわれる場所が指定されていなかったけれど、さまよえるベンディゴなら学院の森の中を迷っているとき、
Lost in the woods, that makes sense.
寄宿舎のシェイプシフターはその名の通り寄宿舎で遭遇した場合さらわれるらしいわ。
そう考えるとイチゴの剣は寄宿舎のシェイプシフターが
Yeah, like I'm honestly shocked that wasn't what they did. I'm surprised they didn't go for a shapeshifter of the dorms kind of thing. I laugh, Rika frowns, and Komikado, who does not understand, also frowns. However, their reasons for frowning are different.
それで聖母さんに関わりのある真実の女神。そうそう、なぜ高坂さんに関わりがあるのかと言ったのは、真実の女神が聖母祭の時にだけ現れる会だからなの。
Does this person only appear to Virgin Mary?
それも得意な条件で現れる会。
I feel as though I'm hearing something I probably shouldn't. My amitié partners appear to feel the same.
とっくりな条件というのは聖母祭の聖母役で選ばれた生徒が美しい歌声をマリア様に捧げることで起こるとされているわ。つまり聖母役に選ばれた上で成果を上手に披露できた優秀な生徒がさらわれるというものなの。
That is to say that the only special student who was not only chosen for the role but is also able to sing beautifully in it is taken away. A momentary silence.
それは
Preposterous, says Mayuri herself. However, Komikado shakes her head to say no.
これは優秀であるがゆえに神の身元に呼ばれたのだという考え方から他の七不思議の怪異とは一線を画して
Sure, but it's still just a means of, hey, I want to go home because I don't like pooping in the dorm bathrooms.
消えてしまうことが喜ばしい。
It is a religious way of thinking. Rika repeats the words hesitantly, whereas Mayuri says,
それは誉れなのでしょうけど私はごめんですね。
There's people here I want to do. Things here I want to do.
そう私なら踊り上がるほど嬉しいけれど
Jubilation.
根っからのキリスト教の信者だものね。
Though she is attending a religious school, Mayuri is unable to understand the joy of being taken away and responds with a vague smile.
大丈夫よ。いなくなったら佐々木さんたちの方にまた道
Yeah!
スオさ
We hear the sound of the door being flung noisily
心
open.
配するな消えたりなんかしない
Hey! A swell of chatter echoes around the cathedral. At the dramatic entrance, the figure striding gallantly towards us is
ゆずりは
Yuzuriha, my girl. She's back, better than ever, concussion free. Love to see it. Bring my girl in. Hey! So glad you're here. She smiles cynically and makes a deferential bow like a court jester. Suddenly, her voice is flirtatious. Her voice is always flirtatious. There is not a single moment in the day in any interaction that this girl is in where I do not believe her to not be flirting with somebody. Her charisma pours all over not only the cooking club, but the choir club too. In response to the wall of choir members surrounding her, she exaggeratedly pats them on their heads as if they were children. The girls rush Yatsushiro like puppies who have found their owner.
大丈夫だ皆には心配
All is right with the world. I wasn't sure what they were gonna do with her like the rest because, you know, it looked like her head injury was pretty serious. Like the picture they showed of it looked pretty rough. I was worried she was gonna be basically out for the rest of the game or something. Everyone takes turns greeting her. After they've finished, she looks at me and Mayuri with a troubled expression. Then she strides over to Mayuri, who is rooted to the spot in surprise.
僕のせいで難儀したらしいね
Aww.
謝罪しよう
Aww. That's cute.
いえ誤解は解けましたし
病院のベッドの上で事の顛末は聞いたよスオ君が八面六臂の大活躍だったじゃないか
Better give that girl ice cream. Give her lots of head pats and hugs as thanks. I bet she'd really love that.
はい本当に
私だけじゃなくて
Yeah, but you know, she's whatever.
久しぶりに交わす言葉が正す言葉とは相変わらず君は
Setting you straight, girl, I don't think there's anything on this planet that could set you, of all people, straight. Still smiling wryly, she ruffles my hair like she would a dog. When we play the second game, I am absolutely going to keep account on how many times somebody wryly smiles at somebody, because if there is a narrative point, if there is a narrative action that has happened more in this game, I don't know what it would be other than Riley smiling. So I am absolutely going to keep a Riley smile counter going for the next game when we play it.
まずは謝罪からなんて切りがたいわね。でも私へも何か一言くださらないのかしら。
義理が廃ればこの世は闇よ。だ。僕はものすごく義理がたいんだ。会を任せてしまったことは
Yuzuriha Duty Yatsushiro. It doesn't really roll off the tongue very well. Also, I love the act she's putting on right now. Komikado laughs at Yatsushiro's overly serious manner and says she was just joking.
なんだか時代劇じみてるわね。
目が覚めてからは暇で暇で時代劇を死ぬほど見たの。 語彙が映るのもやめ
It half affected your very speech. Oh, please keep up this bit. If there's anybody that could keep up this bit, it is absolutely her.
聞こえてたんですね。
それよりも先ほどの話に戻るが、犯人探しでは随分と骨を折ってくれたようだね。見舞いに訪れたバスキア教諭が大げさな身振り手振り付きで教えてくれたよ。
Might have loved to have seen that.
そうなんですか。
Sister Basquiat probably went into the minutest of details of the event she witnessed.
以前聞いた紛失した図書の話も面白かったが、今度のやつもなかなかだった。やはり僕を思って操作してくれたんだろ。そうくん。
Thinking it's a joke, I offer a vague smile in response, but... Oh. It seems it is a serious question. How should I answer? I did it for Yatsushiro. I did it for Mayuri, baby! This was for... Look! Gotta be honest here. Like... Did it for love. We did it out of love. That warm seed that was planted in her heart months ago under those cherry blossoms. We did it to nurture that. We did it because we got to pull all this back together. We absolutely did it for Mayuri. Any answer I give would cause offense. It feels like, as Yaegaki might say, I'm at the center of the Death Star. I look at Yatsushiro and then into the faces of my Amitie partners.
八代先輩のことも心配でしたけれど。疑いをかけられていたまゆりさんの方が急務で困っていたと。
スオさん。
Yeah. Throwing a wink your way, girl. As a result of my attempt to answer inoffensively, Mayuri is delighted. Yatsushiro makes an unusually bitter face. Look, I understand, girl. Look, you obviously fun one night stand kind of girl. But Mayuri, what we're having over here, what's happening, that's love. Like, you're an amazing flirt. And I know that you're going to find a woman who will absolutely be riveted to the bone by what you offer. But right now, you have to understand what's happening. It's real, it's true, it's warm. Fills the chest cavity, makes it warm like a nice shot of vodka. Wow, I hope she's not like come on, I hope she's just kind of playing this up. I really don't want her to be angry. Come on, she's just playing this up. Yatsushiro's steel-colored eyes grow misty and she looks down at the ground like a little girl. Feeling terrible, I take a step toward her, trying to think of what to say, then... Yeah! That's my girl! Love her. Look at this fuck. Oh, you smug little shit! Give me a screenshot of that. She's so good. Oh my god! Oh! Even had me for a moment there. Oh, I hate it! Before I can pull back, she wraps her arms around me, her face right before my eyes. Oh damn! Oh damn!
何をしているんですか?
Mayuri rushes over. Yatsushiro releases me and hides behind Komikado as a shield. She's just stoking things now. She knew what she was doing, actually. I think she made that move. She made that move to get Mayuri to make a move just because she wanted to see her jump to Suoh. Oh, that's so good. I can still feel the sensation of her arms around me and my body, which, still in shock, remains rigid.
なんだか相変わらずの先輩よね。
And we love her for it. She looks both weary and amused at the same time. I smile at Rika and voice my agreement as we watch the two chase each other around. Beautiful. Beautiful. It may be rude, but I can't help but laugh a bit as I watch Kamikado being used as a shield, and I feel that things at the academy are back to how they should be, right where it belongs. A classmate calls out to wish me good luck for tomorrow.
はい粉骨砕身精進します
Oh, we're like gonna dive into it, huh? Oh boy.
スオーさん、八代先輩みたいな口調になっているわよ。
Seeing me get excited because my classmate spoke to me for the first time, Rika stops washing herself, covers her mouth, and laughs.
声をかけてもらって初めてだから
そんなコミュ障みたいなことを言って。
I mean, Mayuri, you've been around and experienced this girl for like 3 months now. I think that you would be smart enough to be able to know that this girl probably has some kind of social anxiety disorder. She stops washing herself and seems to be thinking about something. Then,
そういえばスオーさん、私たち以外の人とあまり話をしているところを見ないね。そういえばそうね。でも仕方ないわよ。スオーさん凛とした美人だから話しかけがたいところがあるし。
got a point. I can see how she would be intimidating. For some reason, they don't seem to think I'm shy. My first time being encouraged by another classmate, I'd automatically responded by saying I would do my best, but
聞いてたよ。やる気満々だね。
すごい私としては
not helping, Ringo. Not helping. Not helping, baby. Not helping, baby girl. You're fine. Nervous.
バカだなリンゴは。もともとピアノをやっていたんだもの。
There you go. This is the encouragement we need.
決まってるって。
なるほどスオちゃんにしてはクラスメイトの
You don't need to bring up the audience size either, dear, 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 sweet, sweet dear.
だよね。それじゃあお先に。
As I watch as the Sasakis patter over to the bathtub, I feel an unexpected tugging at my heart.
どうしたの？お腹痛くなっちゃった？付き添おうか？
違うの明日のことを考えるとなんだか
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Big events like this are always nerve-wracking. It's like a wound that doesn't bother you until you notice it, and then it suddenly starts hurting.
意識しました
大丈夫よ。今日の練習だってあんなに上手にできたじゃない？スオさんは問題を抱えている。そんなに簡単なことじゃない。
The shadow of my stepmother flits through my mind. If I keep being this nervous, I won't be able to concentrate, and I'll think of her. When I stop the shower, I feel a wet hand on my shoulder.
私たちはスオさんの抱えているものを知っている。もしまずい事態になったとしても、
Yeah.
私たちがフォローするよ。ええ、スオさんを勧めたのは私だもの。きちんとお世話するわ。
My amitié partner thumps her chest, but I can't even nod. Based on experience, I know how deeply rooted my issues with the piano are.
スオさん。
I looked down, unable to say anything, even if I tried. Then, with a mutter of, I know, Rika suddenly stands up and thumps her chest again. Oh, really? All right. All right. This is a good way. This is a good way to motivate one another to do better. This is like going on diets with friends or like stopping a bad habit together with somebody. Give you a buddy system. We're both going to attack this head on. Alright, I like that. It's one of the first good ideas you've had all game, Rika. Although Mayuri gives a wry smile. I have been noticing it since episode 4 and I've just not said anything. And now that I've actually said it out loud, it's just gonna hit every time. Although Mayuri gives a wry smile, my heart grows lighter at this encouragement. For some reason, Mayuri makes a questioning noise and scratches her cheek. Rika squirms under her brown-eyed gaze. Alright! You know what? Gotta start somewhere. There's definitely a world of difference between overcoming the piano stepmother and learning to ride a bicycle, but I admire that you're trying here. Unless you've got a bicycle stepmother, that could be a problem. She announces like a leader declaring the freedom of their people. Unsure of how to react or what stance to take, Mayuri and I sit there blinking. Does this mean that here at this lady's school, being able to ride a bicycle is considered a special skill? No, but Mayuri also looks confused and I'm trying to choose my words. A familiar voice asks then. The Sasakis, who are now out of the bathtub, have overheard and now turn their mischievous eyes this way. Doll. Look who the dummy is who can't ride a bike! Damn, Ichigo laying it in. Yeah, because she's like super duper rich girl. Both points of view are based in the local customs of where they grew up. Neither of them can be called a liar. Rika looks Ichigo up and down, then spreads her arms out in a disbelieving gesture. Rika, I think that's kind of the wrong call, because if I look at somebody and they look about the size of maybe, you know, a smaller child, I'm going to assume that they can ride a bike. Wow, it's so weird that you know how to ride a bike. What weirdos. Now that I want to see. Can we get a CG of that? I want a CG of Ichigo riding a unicycle. You know, I think being able to ride a unicycle is pretty damn impressive, Rika. I don't know. That sounds like a pretty damn impressive skill. I've never tried, but I am confident that a unicycle is not something that I would be able to tame. I don't know, I whisper in response to Mayuri's question. Ichigo coughs in the direction of Ringo, who has been watching silently as the two of them fight, urging her sister to say something.
私としては竹馬に乗れる
Go you. Go you. Absolute champ over here. Ringo is the true champ.
負けたわ
You've been beat. It's over.
え
It's over.
そんなとっておきを出されたら負けを認めるしかなさそうね
You'll never recover from this one. You'll never be able to show your face again. You might as well just up and graduate, kid. Ichigo insists to Rika that a unicycle is more impressive, but it falls on deaf ears as she goes to exchange a vigorous handshake with Ringo.
なんだかどっと疲れた
As I watch all this, I feel a confidence building within me that I don't even understand myself. A feeling that things will all work out. Well, ain't that great? We're confident. Oh no! I put the cart before the horse there. Sorry. But in the end, this confidence turns out to be meaningless. The choir rehearsal is incorporated as part of our classes. The choir sings their hymns fluidly, and I perform the accompaniment without incident as my classmates look on. Having an audience, I feel less nervous about my classmates and more a sense of responsibility to the choir club. The slight amount of nerves even serves to make my touch more accurate. However,
次はトータプルクラの独奏です
Komikado says, and I wonder if I'd heard her right, since all I can think is that means Mayuri is going to sing a cappella. In church music, it is popular to sing without having accompaniment. However,
二人揃っての合唱は聖母さん
oh,
の時
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
だからスオさんの伴奏だけ
You just play the accompaniment, and then she will sing her part separate. The moment she asks, the air around me seems to grow heavy, clinging to me and weighing down my body.
一人で私が
Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. I've only ever done a piano recital once. Just imagining playing the piano alone in front of an audience makes me start to sweat.
わかりました
Come on, Suoh. You've had so much character growth. You've had so much, like your métier partners have built you up so much. I believe in you. We all believe in you. I want to refuse, but I cannot say no. It is the same as that time. My stepmother is watching from the wings. I sit before the piano, unable to
集
refuse.
中しなくちゃ
This situation is bringing back memories of that time and of her.
それでは始めますトータプルクラ
Oh, hey. This is like the start of the game. I hear Komikado's surprisingly cool voice, and, like a machine, my fingers start to press the keys. My fingers press the right keys, and the sound comes out as though nothing is wrong. My eyes are turned away from the audience, the choir club, and my amitié partners, and all I see are the keys.
これなら
I devote myself to the instrument, focusing everything on getting this over with as soon as possible, but the sound of a cough breaks my concentration. Visions of the past start to blur with the present.
あの時も今のように
The sound of that cough, echoing loudly during my piano recital, had broken my concentration, and I'd missed a note, then panicked, trying to get back on track. The moment I start thinking about the past, my stepmother's hand, on the backs of my hands, like she would teach me.
どうされたの
I see Komikado come rushing over. It appears she doesn't see that woman's fingers wrapped around my right hand.
すみません。緊張して。
そう。もう一度最初から弾ける？
She asks, and I concentrate. Don't, like, squeezing your right hand, like, I feel like that's acknowledging something's there that isn't. No, just concentrate. Stick to your guns. You had this. You know you can do this. You were doing it. You got rocked, and it's easy to get back on track. Let's do this. I've got to concentrate. I know from experience that if I concentrate, my stepmother will disappear as usual.
大丈夫です。初めからお願いします。
そう。では始めますね。
She gently places a warm hand on my back and informs the audience that we're going to start the song again from the beginning. When my fingers touch the keyboard, the repulsive feeling on my right hand disappears, and I look down at it fearfully. There's nothing there, sweetie. Just you and your amazing person. You and your amazing talent. You and your amazing energy. You got this. Sweat rolls down my back from the relief. I take a deep breath and turn to the piano again.
始めます。
I stare intently at the keys to help me get lost in them and focus all of my awareness on the score. Let's get this over with. Unlike my rigid body, my fingers slide easily over the keys as though they are an entirely different
そ
creature.
うよ。あんなに練習したのだもの。
I could play this with my eyes shut. Like a record, I don't miss a single note. I play perfectly, making no mistakes. I can't mess up. Like my stepbrother. Come on, no, don't. My stepmother appears again. Her long black hair and almond eyes, so similar to mine. Her hand on mine. Just like when she was teaching me, her hand on mine makes my fingers stop moving, just like my frozen body.
スオさん。
Komikado rushes over to me again. Seeing me fail many times, the audience, my classmates, start to laugh.
大丈夫？気分が悪いなら。
平気です。やれます。
Sometimes you've just got to push it. Sometimes I'm that person. It's just like, look, if you can't do it, you can't do it. But I feel like this is a situation where you've got to stare that devil in the eyes and you've got to tell it, no. She needs the strength to do that. And she's got it. She's just too scared to wield it. I think she's there.
そうは見えないわ。真っ青な顔しているじゃない。
Turned into Shrek. Before, only my back was sweating. Now, droplets bead on my forehead and fall onto my lap. Even as I whisper that I'll do it again, her hand touches my sweaty shoulder.
いいのよ。これはリハーサルなのですもの。もっと気楽にすればいいの。
コミカド先輩。
Right now, I find comfort in those pessimistic words. A cough racks my body and I hang my head, murmuring an
い
apology.
いのよ。誰にだって失敗はあるわ。
はい。
だってあなたは失敗作だもの。
Feel like that should have been, feel like that should have been subtitled. Right. When I made that mistake at my first piano recital, that woman laughed at me from backstage, looking down on me with her almond eyes just like mine and long black hair just like mine. My surging emotions reach a breaking point, and the only thing I can do is stand up and run away right in front of everyone. Going back to the greenhouse. I escape from the chapel, leaving them all behind. I hide in the forest. Then I head to the gazebo. During class, I shut myself away in the deserted library. When my nausea has subsided and I've come back to my senses, I realize that I've disgraced myself to the point that there's no way I can face the choir club or my classmates. With the adrenaline gone, my blood suddenly runs cold at the realization that I no longer have a place at this academy. Did I get a bad ending? Did I do something bad? Did trying to force her to do it? Oh, jeez. And so you ran away like an idiot? She asks, laughing when I turn up at her room. Yes. Wow. Alright, okay. This is not a bad ending. If there is anybody that's going to smack some goddamn sense into her, hit her with some facts. Some real life facts. If there's anyone that's gonna do it, it's this girl right here. Erica, best girl in the game. Work your magic. I end up relying on Yaigaki. She looks at me, unable to speak, and filled with a dull, heavy feeling, and scratches her head with an annoyed expression on her face. The only time you people ever want to talk to me. I look up, surprised how she seems to know everything. When our eyes meet, she tells me that I look terrible. Yeah, someone's little Miss Popular. Want to give me a heads up on what's going on here?
Suoh? 今の話を聞いて、そう。お前な、確かにクラスメイトの前でやらかしたんだから恥ずかしいってのはわかるけどさ。それで逃げ隠れするって小学生でもしないぞ。どんだけメンタル弱いんだって話だ。
Maybe this is the harshness she needs.
もともと見た目通り撃たれ。
Damn! Okay, Erica, maybe dial it back a little. I look up at the ceiling. Even Yaigaki is making fun of me too. I've brought it on myself.
もしかしてあれか？前もピアノを弾いている時に気分が悪くなったって聞いたけど、お前本当はピアノ好きじゃないんじゃねえの？
Do I like it? Do I hate it? I've never been asked this question before, and I get confused. Do I like the piano? Do I hate it? I've never even considered it. Playing the piano was as natural to me as eating the food placed before you in a meal.
なんだよ、嫌いなんじゃん。だったら無理やり頼まれて、めんどくさくなって嫌で出て行っちまったんだろ。しっかり理由があるんだから嫌だって伝えればいいんだよ。
私は嫌だって言ってよかったの。
当たり前だろ。仕事じゃないんだぜ。嫌なら嫌で断っちまっていいんだよ。アミティエや他の連中が必死こいて探しているけどさ、お前に無理やりやらせたって後ろめたい気持ちがあるから。
Yeah, I think that might be some of it. I mean, they care, obviously, too. Hey, like my friend freaked out and just kind of ran away. Kind of want to know where she went, but yeah, I think that they probably know that it's obviously tied. It's obviously tied to the piano at this point, especially, you know, Mayuri and Rika know that, so. No one else knows but my Amitié partners, Rika and Mayuri. They know about my past, so.
取り返しがつかないことをしたって考えているんだろうけど、そんなことはないぜ、白羽。この世の中、本当にどうしようもないなんてことは指で数えるほどしかないんだよ。あとは踏み出すのをためらうことが多いって具合だ。私なんかは出したくても動かせないけどな。
God damn it, would you? Don't do that. I mean, you can do that. You obviously can do that. That is just, man. I'm never ready for when she fires one of those off. Her cat-like smile, the self-deprecating humor. At those words, I look at Yaegaki for the first time.
笑えよ白羽。落ち込んだ時も笑えば体が軽くなるもんさ。嫌なものがさ、蒸発しちまう。
Yeah, you look like you're having a ball over here. That little shit-eating grin of yours. The moment our eyes meet, I realize she's trying to cheer me up. It's a clumsy attempt, but it's there. Girl cares. She really does care.
ようやく笑えるように。
Yeah, you care so much. Thank you, Erica. She's looking at me with kind eyes. Her face turns red before my eyes. Yeah, come on, bring it in. Let's have a hug. Come on, give me a hug. Dude, give me a hug, Erica prompt right now. Come on, if there is any moment that has been ripe for good Erica hugging, it's right here. Bring it in, bring it in. She makes a face when I say it again. With a squeak of her wheels, heads off to the bookshelf.
さっさと行けよ。時間が経つほど会いにくくなるぞ。
I say thanks once again to Yaegaki's back and then leave her room. Aw, she cares so much. Encouraged by Yaegaki, I head to the classroom where afternoon classes have already started, but every step feels heavy as worst-case scenarios flit through my mind. I imagine the harsh glares and barely hidden gossiping that will greet my entrance. I've seen similar situations in movies and novels. Then the questioning from the class leader. After that, there'll be booing. You were like the Doug Funny of Yuri visual novel protagonists. The images in my mind are incredibly realistic, and I feel it tightening in my gut. My feet are about to come to a stop when... Hey! We found her. My arm is pulled hard, giving me no time to resist. And I am pulled into an empty classroom. Sasaki Ichigo glares at me, still hanging onto my arm. Aww. A door on the opposite side of the one that she's just dragged me through opens and Ringo walks languidly into the room. Got the perk! Book 'em, Dano. Ringo retains her usual easy wit, but Ichigo has me trapped by the arm as she glares at me. I'm unable to answer this tough question. Ichigo's eyes narrow. We're friends, yeah? I mean, maybe this is the moment where she has the conversation with them. It's just like, hey, look, you know, we're friends. Here's what's going on. I know, she says, not yelling or whispering, but in a shaky voice that pierces my heart. She just want to help. I know it seems like maybe she's being a little insensitive, but Ichigo cares so deeply for you. You know that by this point. They're your friends, and maybe it's time you open a little bit and let them in. I think they've earned that. I think that these girls have been really good. And kind of like, you know what? Maybe it's time. We let it all out. Let's get it all out in the open. You got more people in your corner when it comes time to do the hard thing. The hand grabbing me is warm. There you go. I think they'd probably accept me. But on the other hand, nah, these kids are ride or die. These are like the most ride or die little shitheads we've ever met. They may be kind of silly sometimes. They may be a little high maintenance every once in a while, but trust me, they're once you're their friend, it's ride or die time. They got your back. They are going to rob a bank with you. I don't think I could bear it. What should I do?
怒っているわけじゃないんだ。悔しいんだよ。何も知らないことが。そうだよ。私としても悔しい。だって友達なのに本当は。
Yeah, like after we said all those awful things in the bath about, haha, you know. Yeah, I get it. When Ringo says the word friend, I turn to Ichigo, who is still grabbing my arm. I see Ichigo nodding silently and whisper, right. I wonder to myself if Rika had felt the same way after Mayuri and I shared our bitter memories with each other. I tell them this story might take a while, then begin to open up to them about my past. Gorgeous. About my stepmother's lessons. And how, as a residual effect, I'm sometimes overcome with an unbearable nausea. When I finish my story... Oh, says Ichigo. The Sasakis are staring down at their feet in silence. But I don't want to hide defeat. I don't want to hide things from my friends. Ichigo looks up from her feet and straight at me. Yeah, look how happy she is. She just wanted to understand you more. She says with a smile. Like how they differentiate these two. She got big, energetic smile. And Ringo got this really subtle, just like, yeah. She holds out her hand, and I try to hold back the emotions as I take it. Yeah, let her in. Let's go. She's already taken my other hand and is shaking it. Her childish gesture is her way of caring for me. I thank them again, and they squeeze my hands and tell me it's fine. No, you weren't. No, I mean, it's hard for this. Like, there's no right or wrong answer here, right? Like, Suoh is in no means in the wrong for not letting people in on this. And I don't think that the Sasakis are in the wrong for being upset, because you get upset not because you don't know something, but it's because you feel like if I knew something, I could help. I could do something, anything, no matter how minuscule. And I think that's I think that's the best way to kind of describe all this. I answer, and they look at me restlessly. My stepmother, laughing from the wings. I feel her come one step closer, just from Ichigo's words alone, and my body tenses. Yeah, like, she can't quit now. Like, she is this close to finally, like, putting this specter to bed, or making, like, the first big strike at it she's ever been able to. She don't need to walk away. She needs people beside her to help her take that first very, very big step. The feast is tomorrow. It would be impossible to replace me on such short notice.
きっと学院が
Suoh is the replacement. In response to these words, what, like Yatsushiro?
確かに弾けそう。
だよね。塩ビ服で颯爽と弾きこなしてそう。
Yeah, she'd kind of look really good, not gonna lie. I agree, but
聖母祭は
yeah, like they're gonna be running the whole festival. There ain't no way.
そんな暇はないと思う。
There ain't no way.
そうかな。目立つの好きだしやってくれると思うけど、とりあえず頼んでみるよ。いちごさん。
I catch a hold of her before she runs off.
大丈夫だから。ダメなら私から言うわ。
There you go. Like we'll do that. Like we're gonna stand up for ourselves.
わかったよ。ずるい。いちごねだけハグ。
Ringo, do you want a hug? Ringo, come on, get over here, girl. Bring it in. Bring it in. Come on. Realizing I've got my arms wrapped around her, I hurriedly pull away.
そこまで慌てなくてもいいんだけどね。
Yeah, I had a feeling. Had a feeling. Ringo! Ringo, come on, give Ringo a hug. Give Ringo a hug. Ringo deserves a hug. Well, let's go, Ichigo says, taking hold of my arm again.
どこに？
いやいや。クラスのみんな心配してるんだよ。ほら、スオちゃんが失敗した時に笑った子もいたからさ。だから早くクラスに戻って元気だって顔を見せてあげなきゃね。
Got a point there.
それとりっちゃんさんと
Especially Mayuri. My Amitié partners. My legs freeze in place at the thought of facing the class, but you need to apologize and you need to give Ringo a hug! Ichigo's hand on my arm is warm, and I feel I can do this now. Alright. So, yeah, I'm gonna be that person. I'm gonna drop you right on a cliffhanger. I have to feel like next episode we're gonna be doing the feast. I have to think that next episode we're gonna be doing the feast, and I have to think we are closing in on the end of the game because I feel like we're hitting some of the bigger, like this is the big thing, right? This is what we've been trying to deal with since the beginning. So, yeah, holy crap. I have to imagine the next episode's gonna be pretty eventful. Like, I don't know. It may even be the end. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling like we are definitely cruising towards the end, though. But this was a fantastic episode. We got so much there. Just a lot of real good feels. Few moments of comedy in there. Got everybody coming together, being like, hey, we're all friends. So everybody is in. Like she's got so many people in her corner now that can help her through this that I can't see her messing up at this point. I feel like she's got everything she needs to face the evil piano demon. As far as how she may be reconciling a relationship with Mayuri, which is kind of what I feel we've been leaning toward now, though. I don't know. We may still have time for that, but I feel like time is running short. But it's a visual novel, so time is never running short in a visual novel. It can literally be 800 years long, so there could be another 200 episodes of this volume left, for all I know. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and kick myself on out of here, and we will catch you next time. You have a nice rest of your whatever. Bye!